Hello, and welcome to another episode of NOVAtazz's Automotive Podcast. This is episode 12 of season 3. How you guys all doing out there in YouTube land? Today I have Mr. Big E, which he actually does have some lighting, which he's not currently using. Red light.
There.
Are you red now?
Yeah, that's what it was on. Oh, no, wait, I forgot. It changes.
Oh, you have to be on like the second level of white, if I remember correctly. Do you have it on rainbow now?
Yeah. And, oh, my God.
That's the sun level. We needed the one below that one.
Jake.
Oh, no, that's right. You had to unscrew one of your light bulbs to get it to work correctly.
Yeah, but I have since tightened that one back up because it was too goddamn dark.
Well, yeah. Ugh. I have both my lights on up there. But anyway, welcome back to the live stream. Hello, Pilot. Yes, you are definitely first here and first to chat. If you're not, I'm assuming that your ice house is holding you hostage somewhere, and we need to send help. And thank you for joining, Nikolai. Let's see. Happy vernal equinox. Oh, damn it! I didn't even make it 10 minutes. Oh,
minutes.
Is it? Okay, we're gonna assume he's talking about his haircut. We'll see. Because I had a thing that was gonna happen before this live stream started, but I wasn't gonna say anything until somebody mentioned something. I see Chris is in the back room. I'll pop him in a second. I want to take a sip of beer. Yes, remarkably close to an MGD, but just a hint of something different. Oh, no, he got it. Damn it. I didn't even make it. I didn't even make it like 5 minutes into the stream.
Nope, you got busted.
So.
Busted with the new do.
Yeah, well, I've already got that open. No, go away.
What did you do?
I opened up the whatever.
The wrong damn thing?
Yeah, I opened it in the wrong tab. It was supposed to open up in the tab I have underneath of the StreamYard tab that doesn't affect my StreamYard. But instead it opened it up in the StreamYard tab. Anyway, all right, loyalty points. Right off the bat, Pilot gets, I said 30,000 points to myself, so. Okay, which with him having so much doesn't really help me any. All right, so that's 1,000. So he needs to go to 3,800,000. There we go. Okay. Anyway, there we go. We refresh that. That puts him at the top. No way.
Sweet Jesus.
No, I added too many zeros. That's better. Sorry, Pilot. He almost got lucky. Puts him in third.
Almost. Bank error in your favor. Collect $200.
Yeah, basically. Do not pass go. Did it catch it? No. Yep. No. Okay. It did it just in time. I fixed it. Okay, so now we got that. I'm going to add points to all viewers. Whoever's in here gets another. We'll go 100,000.
Another.
There we go. 100,000. We do. All right, so that should have put him. We'll see how that works. See if that actually does it all. Anyway, we already got freaking people piloting. I mean, gambling. Chris, you were not supposed. You were supposed to be freaking driving. You were not supposed to be gambling. As he disappears.
He's like, oh shit.
Oh no. Oh, crud buckets. Anywho. Anybody have any news on anything?
I have some interesting news.
What is your interesting news?
Sometime last year, some rich guy in a, well, I was going to say, Gambala, whatever the hell. It's essentially a modified Porsche Carrera.
Yeah.
In New York City, he wrecked into one car, fled the scene.
That was Panda somebody.
Yeah, he crashed into one car, left the scene, crashed into 5 more, and the New York Department of Justice has decided they don't have enough evidence to charge him. So they dropped the charges.
Oh, that's what everybody was pissed about. Because then everybody was trying to buy that car. Like all the DIY restore, Copart restorers.
Yeah.
Were trying to track down where that car went to go buy it.
Oh.
Right after that incident happening, because there was speculation that Goon Squad might have gotten it and whatever. But I think the dude ended up buying it back from the insurance company.
I think you need to shift something over. Something doesn't quite look right with the stream. Like the window with us in it.
Oh yeah, I'm a little over too far. It looks like. Is it me that's over too far?
I got a little bit of the darkness over here.
I love how this freaking shit works.
Oh, a little bit more. I say that's good.
There we go.
Right there. There.
That looks about right. See, this is what I mean. It's got to be like perfect because the mask is the same size every time. So if the window changes shape, the mask doesn't, and it, you know what I mean. It messes everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't just click like the frame, that is the StreamYard frame, and say this is the frame that I want. This is the piece of this website that I want to copy.
Yeah.
Because that's not how it works.
Not like Discord where you could be like, hey, I want this window.
Yeah. Well, no, I could, but it would show the whole window then, including like all of the back room and everything down below.
Oh.
Because it is literally saying I want to crop. I mean, I want to share this particular application in this particular window, but at that point, then I also have it masked that I only wanted to show this part, this part of that window.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mask it off. It's very vague. It's not like I want this particular pane in that particular page.
Yeah.
We got a heist going on already. Welcome aboard, Robert. Did you get the link for to be up on live, or not doing that this week, or what's up? Either way, thank you for joining the chat. Just wanted to make sure that if you wanted to be up here, that you did find the link. Pop that off.
Dirty.
What's up, Chris?
I was gonna say something unshow appropriate about Blackheart.
Blackheart?
Yeah, the dirty bleep, 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 bleep. He didn't like me tonight.
Oh. Oh, you were apparently sent straight to Davy Jones' locker.
Uh-huh.
Oh, poor baby.
R.I.P. Chris.
Well.
I don't know if I like that.
Well,
we're going to just do what's in the cup straight off the bat because
It just goes hand in hand with the rest of the damn week ever since I left out on before this trip last time. So.
No, don't be so downhearted.
No, I ain't downhearted.
See, most people talk about a trip. They're going on vacation. Chris talks about a trip. He's going on work.
So anyway.
He's got plenty of reasons to be down in the dumps.
All right, we're going to do what's in the cup right off the bat. What you got there?
We're about to have a vacation.
And a vacation that doesn't involve a Peterbilt, right?
Permanently.
No, you don't want a permanent vacation. Even though you have tons of fun things to play with, you would still get freaking bored eventually.
This situation I ain't got no choice in.
Oh no, that doesn't sound
Possibly.
Good.
Yeah, it's not.
Is it health or work?
Both.
Oh no.
He's working too hard. He needs a break.
Probably. Don't we all?
I'll agree with that. Let's go fishing. Screw work.
Only if you pick me up along the way.
Yeah.
But Elliot, what you got to drink?
I've got some high quality air because I just ran out.
That's supposed to be for the airboat, for the the sailboats. You're never supposed to drink fuel.
Oh.
No, and you know what happens when you drink that high octane sailboat fuel?
High octane sailboat fuel.
You end up talking with that funny voice like, "Hey, I can't even mimic it when you do this shit." Usually they blow balloons up at kids' party with it. It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Till you breathe it in and sound like 100 trios of chipmunks trying to sing, whatever they're singing at the same time.
All right, Chris, what do you got? What do you got in the old drinking receptacle?
I have the same old depressing thing for the last week and a half.
Water.
Plain water. Plain water.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty depressing.
Something better than that, or you're not able to drink something better than that.
I'm not permitted to drink anything better than that.
Ugh. You'll have to give me an update later somewhere in a more private setting.
Yeah, after show, just remind me.
If I remember. I got enough to drink up here to put me under for a little while.
Well, Big Easy expert, so we'll let him take care of it if he's still around.
Oh.
He's our technical wizard, right? Sharing photos and reminders and.
Oh yeah, he's our tech advisor.
Yeah.
You see, Biggie has managed to shed a little bit more light on the subject.
Literally.
Yeah, I saw that. He's
making me dizzy. I can tell him that.
Sorry,
I was just thinking, current life's events, and the snow's melted, it's warming up. I thought maybe kind of like his inner soul's coming out with a bigger aurora. Like a bear coming out of hibernation.
He's got a glow up.
Yeah, this new shaving balm I have, it really makes me glow.
I just thought he was pregnant.
They say Gillette is the best you can get.
Oh, damn.
I'll tell you what, if he is
no better luck than you are today, Chris.
I foresee a.
Good enough.
Oh, he's on cooldown.
No, he just lost.
Oh.
But anyway, last week we talked about the whole EPA thing and them going after anything that they are seeing as affecting emissions, whether it's a positive or negative way, which most of the stuff that the tuning industry does is actually not in a negative way, because like we said last week, most of the tunings and stuff that they do, except for the burble tunes and the rolling coal tunes and stuff like that, but most of the ones that are designated towards making horsepower, they tend to come out better than factory emissions, because they're literally refining the engine to run more efficiently.
Air fuel ratio.
And the better it burns at, the less emissions it's going to make.
Well, to an extent.
Especially if they're running corn oil, even though,
optimized.
Corn oil.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, it's something that needs to be seriously thought of by everybody.
Oh yeah, we're going to lose our car industry.
Aftermarket parts for everything, because look what happened to my industry here a couple years ago. They were really going after stuff. Now we got stupid emissions that they've added everything with the diesel. Mm-hmm. But the latest round of things they did was all they put a real handcuff and handicap on the aftermarket or whatever you want to call it, the rebuilding glider kits, where basically you get a brand new truck and you put an older engine in it, and they've pretty much shut that whole side of the industry down. You're not allowed to. I mean, I think you can make like 5 trucks a year now.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, and then pretty much put those people out of business.
Jeez. Yeah, and yeah, even if they don't shut it down completely, they can hurt a business enough that it can't make a profit, and then they're just going to go out anyway.
Yeah, it's like the custom. I mean, look here, what, probably 12 years ago, the custom motorcycle business, and they handicapped them on how many bikes they can actually build per year.
Is that what happened with them? I didn't even hear any of that. That was all quiet, at least to as far as my my ears were concerned. But yeah, it's going to be a scary.
Yeah, like Orange County choppers, people like that were building custom bikes, and they put a real handicap hamper on them, and then it's all about money. I don't care what the so-called quote unquote government officials call.
If it was really about emissions and things like that, then they would be focusing on the things that actually were emissions. It wouldn't be about any device that affects that. It would be any device that affects that negatively. Look at the really simple thing is, sniff test. If it can't pass a freaking sniff test, and it doesn't, then obviously, if your whatever modification you did to your car improves or maintains the emissions level that car left from the factory with, then it shouldn't matter what you're doing to the vehicle. If you're removing the catalytic converters, but yet you're still running cleaner emissions than you were with the catalytic converters, why is removing the catalytic brain?
Just say cats.
Why does it matter if you remove them? Now, if you remove them and now you're putting out more emissions than you were when you had them, well then no, your vehicle shouldn't pass. Your vehicle shouldn't be legal at that point.
Well, prime example, look at the diesel exhaust fluid they mandated for any diesel-powered vehicle a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go around any truck stop and look at the actual diesel exhaust fluid pump. When the stuff leaks, it actually crystallizes the same way a battery will corrode and get all that buildup on it.
Yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, I want to say it's urea that they use in the diesel exhaust fluid, which is also found in your urine. So, if it's ever empty, just pee in the tank. No, don't, please don't.
I remember I just watched the Cletus McFarland episode where they went out to Texas 2K, and they got that brand new double stacker truck hauler.
Yeah.
The truck motorhome with the double stacker trailer on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
Motor toter.
Yeah. But they were filling it up, and it cost them $300, just under $300 in
fuel.
In fuel, and then it cost them another $100 in the DEF fluid.
Wow.
That's a $400 fucking fill up.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could do that.
He made it from Florida to just before Texas and had to fill it up again. Which, I mean, that's not a bad haul.
Not at all.
I wish I could do that.
I think he did it more than once, because I think he ended up having to fill it twice, because it would get like just about 500 miles to the tank. I think that's I forget exactly, so don't quote me on it. But I think he only filled it up once or twice. But still, that's an expensive trip.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of expensive, I just lost 10,000 points.
Damn.
Yeah, but I won
what? Say hi, Miss Farmy. I see you have popped in. Popped in and gambled right away. Jeez, I'm gonna have to limit that, man. I'm gonna have to put the freaking timeout a lot longer.
Yeah, you're gonna have a bunch of gambling addicts in here.
I know, I do. I already, man. Every other word is a freaking, gambling this and gambling that.
Yeah.
If only the freaking, that NOVAtazz was actually real money, and you could
Yeah, I know.
Help
It
a
was
live
like,
streamer out, By the way, I got the vacuum lines for my truck finally from Dodge. So I was going to do that this weekend, didn't get to it. We ended up doing some other things.
well,
So
it's supposed to be
hopefully
beautiful weather.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing I was thinking. I was like, it's supposed to be a lot warmer this week. It wouldn't be hard for me because the truck's sitting outside.
Yeah.
Obviously is not going anywhere without any transmission lines hooked up to it.
No.
And I don't have anything big enough to tow that sucker around.
Well, I mean, the Kia Soul won't do it?
No. That freaking truck weighs what? Almost freaking
5,000-6,000 pounds.
No, a little higher than that.
Yeah, how do you feel
7,000.
now, retard? Douchebag.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, we're live.
Sorry. We're coming up in a construction zone. Left or right lane's closed. Merge left. One guy squeaks the barrier, gets in front of me. The other guy wiped him out because he's too stupid to read the signs trying to get in front of me.
Oh, they just had an accident in front of you?
No, behind me. I mean, right at the back of the trailer. He was trying to come up and pass
but
me.
He wiped
and he run it.
Did they actually touch?
He wiped. Yeah, he didn't hit me. The guy got in front of me. The other idiot wiped out all the cones and the barriers that they put up where the lane's closed.
Oh, okay.
He had to eat them and go through them because he couldn't get stopped.
Idiot. Yeah, you got to be a little more PG-13 creative with your language.
Yeah, creative swearing.
Kind of like that sailboat fuel.
Yeah.
We know
Okay,
you got it in you.
Let's see.
Be creative. I was for a bit before I did. Wait, what? Oh, you was here for a bit before you said it, before you gambled. Okay. Oh, by the way,
Frickin' internal reservoir rinse.
I did get AJ's books in. So I have one copy right here. I actually have two more copies sitting over here. One copy is for Katrina. Katrina. Cat.
Where is
Cat? I don't know where Cat is.
Where?
Probably in Canada somewhere.
I would assume so.
Drinking maple syrup.
Hey, no stereotyping.
I'm not stereotyping. There's literally people who do that.
Us here in America, we like drinking maple syrup sometimes too, so I don't want to hear it. I poured way too much on my pancakes the other day.
You know what is absolutely awesome?
Brown
when you get
sugar and oatmeal.
No, actually.
Actually, it is, but yeah, okay, go ahead.
Hang on, give me a second.
It's actually brown sugar, maple syrup, and oatmeal. I would assume definitely tastes terrible, especially since he says that Elliot said that it basically is made from the same shit urine's made out of.
All right, I gotta run to the store, but I'll share my little tidbit. When you get like real maple syrup and it's in the fridge for so long that all the sugar crystallizes and settles to the bottom, and then you have some awesome rock candy.
Oh yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
I haven't had that happen for years, but I gotta run up to the store. I'll hop back in when I get back.
Okie dokie. Just be safe.
No promises.
No, you can promise to be safe. You can't promise what other people are being safe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop my camera. If you want to just pull me out, and I'll turn it back on when I get back.
Yeah, sure. Actually, no. Just exit out. That way, when you pop back in, I actually get the little bloop, so I don't lose you.
All right, we'll do. Be right back.
All right, see you.
Fan.
And then there was two. But anywho, I don't. Other than getting the parts for the truck, we already know that I got the Dizzy last week.
Go from the Three Amigos to the Dos Diablos.
Well, yeah. But yeah. If as far as a craft table update, it still hasn't hardened. It's harder than it was when I finished it, but it still is. I can still put a fingernail in it and put a dent in it and finish. And that's not good. Which means I can't set anything on the table without it leaving a mark in the table. And it's kind of irritating. But it's getting warm enough outside that I should be able to take the tabletop outside and put a coat of polyurethane, the oil-based stuff. And that stuff will harden like a rock. Chris, you're co-hosting. You got to talk. Or maybe we aren't hearing you.
So is it just a type of a coating that you used, or
I used
the cure time's actually that long on it?
No, I used polyacrylic, and that is a water-based polyurethane, and it's supposed to be dried to the touch within 2 hours, and you can put another coat on top of it, and it's supposed to take 2 to 3 weeks to fully cure. Well, I guarantee you, it's been like a month and a half since I put the last
now with the
coat
good
of
weather.
poly.
Can you put it out in the sunlight? Would that help at all?
No, because it's a chemical reaction at this point, and either the chemical reaction didn't completely cure or something. But other than that, there's not much I can freaking do. I'm just going to scuff it up, throw a coat of polyurethane, actual oil-based, because I didn't use that because I was doing this indoors. And if anybody who's ever used straight polyurethane, oil-based stuff, it stinks. And I was doing this in my basement, and if I did it in my basement, with the basement being all closed off, the whole house would smell like polyurethane.
You want to get a cheap pie in a hurry? Yeah.
Right.
Do it without adequate ventilation.
I don't have a garage at the house. I don't have any shop that I can do outside of the house. I figured polyacrylic was my best choice because it's low odor.
Hey, don't feel bad. Most of our projects, when I get time to work on anything, are done in the driveway because Miss Formy's got the garage stuck with her junk. Don't, I'm sorry, dear. She's got Princess parked in there and this other stuff.
Pilot, we're gonna have to get a fall desensitization plan for you if you're gonna continue to fall. You may end up having to have staff just to be with you in case you fall. Or that's just my work rubbing off on me because that's what we do at my people at my work.
Yeah,
they have
you know what his requisite's going to be.
What?
His requirements going to be 2 well endowed airbags and must provide ice house. That way, if he falls, he don't get hurt. He's got something solid to land on, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not generally what happens to happen.
This is true.
You end up getting no ice house, two ugly bitchy ones that don't want to freaking be there.
Yeah.
Take it out on you.
That's like that thing. Oh, I got to get a shot. Give me the pretty nurse, and you get this, some Attila the Hun lady that comes in, picks you up one hand and slaps your ass on the gurney. Says, "Son, shut up! I don't want to hear no lip. We got to stick you." And you're so damn scared and petrified, you can't do it. Yes, ma'am.
Right. Slow night tonight.
All right, way to go.
What?
Freaking internal reservoir rinser. Is that better than the other word?
Yeah.
The idiot that just cut me. The idiot that just cut me off at the construction zone just got pulled over by the cop that got on the highway behind me.
Oh yeah, there you go, karma.
For slipstreaming through traffic.
Hey, is that Chris? I can't tell it. I can't see the name. Are you getting down? Are you getting down? Or are you staying up here? You're getting down. Chris 103. Welcome aboard. We are just having a relaxing chat. We were talking a little bit about the EPA and their crackdown on the automotive aftermarket industry. I was actually watching something from what was that? Give me a second and I'll find out what it was. It was another shop that got raided the other day. Mod Auto. His channel was Talking Mods, and he was talking more about like what happened when he got raided and stuff like that. And apparently they're advising people to not let the EPA in the door without a warrant, which, yeah, if you're going to get raided and you're going to freaking whatever, they better, you're private property. If they don't have a court-ordered warrant, you don't have to let them in. Now, granted, they have every right to go back to the judge and go get a court order for it, and then you got to let them in.
Only if you're home.
I don't know. Do they have if they have a warrant and you're it's your shop that they're going to go after. So what are you going to do? Just leave your shop closed? That's not going to help benefit you either. Yeah, falling up 3 stairs doesn't help either.
Nothing does with City Hall.
But yeah, I mean,
it's easy of philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, like what you talked about earlier. I mean, just a simple sniff test. I mean, you want to stop all this shit? Do a simple sniff test. If it can't pass the sniff test, then it's not legal. You know what I mean? It's that simple. You know, then you know, if the EPA is truly concerned about environmental protection and is truly concerned about emissions, that should suffice.
They're not.
But yeah, we all know they're not. It's not about, you know, at that point, you know, it's not environmental protections because they're not, you know,
you can look at some of these big corporation chemical plants and other things like that. Some of the just in their manufacturing processes, the smell that you'll have around them, and it shouldn't be there, yet it is. You don't see EPA chasing after them for, you know, they always go after the dumb little stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Street Speed when he was doing the jumps with the TRX. They fined him for stuff being in the river on a property that wasn't his. He got invited out to a property to be able to do the jump stuff with the truck. And they found litter and stuff like that in the stream on that property. Number one, how did they get out to that property without letting the owner know that they were there? That's the kicker. You know, it's private property. You know, what should they be allowed to be there even if it's private property without a warrant?
Yeah, I'd have fought that one.
He is. 2, how are you going to sit here and charge an individual for littering on somebody else's property without direct evidence of that litter being actually belonging to them?
Yeah, either tossed physically and visibly and caught.
Yeah,
with video or camera,
were able,
or
record
your name and address on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know? But yeah, it's just
I had a similar incident like that when I was very, very young.
Doesn't necessarily mean he was the one that left the garbage. I mean,
which was,
and we all know that truck wasn't leaking, so it didn't leak anything into the river. I mean, even after all of the bullshit that they put that truck through, it still wasn't leaking when they freaking sold it. So it may have been breaking. You know, pieces of plastic and stuff may have been broken, but
shit, big deal. That makes any difference over the other 6 million, half dozen plastic bottles or wrappers you see laying around people toss off the one on a daily business?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Or the cellophane wrap off their cigarette packs?
Yeah, I mean, it does. It makes them look very money hungry. It doesn't look like they're actually out to protect the environment. It looks like we're going to use this as an excuse to, you know, be able to rack in more money. And it is to the point to where, you know, they have to go after these people just to just to be able to freaking, you know, explain their own paychecks. You know, because again, if everybody is obeying the emission laws and, you know, and if emission laws were fair, number one, and we're truly about reducing the emissions coming out of the tailpipe, and they were truly going after people that were causing more emissions, you know, because, I mean, honestly, I can't say that nobody in the automotive industry is looking to make their car run worse. I mean, coal burning tunes alone shows you that, yes, there are idiots out there. I shouldn't say idiots. There are people out there that think that stuff is amusing. But, you know, if you're out there and you're truly trying to make your car perform better, with today's computer technology, you can do both, make more performance and keep your air fuel mixture low enough that it's not causing more emissions than necessary. Again, not like back in the carburetor days, where to get the engine to run at high RPMs, it was letting a lot of fuel past the freaking exhaust.
It was
exhaust valves.
Smell the exhaust pipe, and it smelled like you were taking a whiff out of the gas can.
Right, because to be able to get it to run at the optimal air fuel mixture at wide open throttle, it was running rich at idle. And that was the limitations of a carburetor. But with today's freaking EFI units and all this stuff on these newer cars, well, ain't that some fancy stuff? Do you see what Mr. Fancy Cletus has got going on? You need to adjust. No, you might need to adjust.
Looks like it's fully loaded. Yeah, sorry.
Just a little bit.
What we got? Sorry.
You might need to adjust that level just a little bit because it's your background. Well, it looks like an old screen, like an old TV station that's just slightly not coming in all the way.
Let's see. I can fix that.
Yeah, I just need to make it so that way it's not so strong. Either that or no, that's the wrong way. You're gone. Oh, that's that. No, you got it. There's a balancing act.
Oh, maybe
there we go.
Oh my god.
Maybe he thought that was an improvement. That looks like an overstuffed sheep ready to do whatever.
You need to get yourself a green screen.
Yeah, it looks. Oh man, you can't do it in between.
No, because it's the white background. That's why. Anything white, it's going to try to pick up. Yeah, changing what the background isn't going to do it. It's.
It's not.
Oh, there you go.
It's not white behind me.
You got a nice apartment there.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
No,
man,
it'll work.
Moved up in the world. His business did so well. He's got a studio up in New York.
Or a solid.
It is actually green.
Huh?
It's actually green.
Is it? It looked white behind you. When you had
Let me see if this helps. It might.
Because it's picking out all the black. Unless your chair's green.
No, my chair's black. What the heck? I don't think that did anything.
No. You moved your screen a little too far on the right. I'm making it worse. Just ignore me. I'm making it worse.
Him looking around like that reminds you of the beginning of an old Twilight Zone show, doesn't it?
Something. Because on my screen, the background when you didn't have your stuff with Cletus there.
Yeah.
You can see your toolbox. There you go. There you go. But when you didn't have the stuff with Cletus there, the sheet that you're using looked white, not green.
Oh, yeah, it's green.
Oh.
Looks like it probably wasn't going to work for me, but we'll just do this. All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think my stream looks better already. Oh, so what have you been up to, Mr. Cletus?
It's been very, very busy. Oh, man.
I can see you're pumping out crap all over the freaking place.
Man, tax season, freaking
yeah,
stimulus money. People are wanting cars.
I just had fun with the new tax freaking things and the way you got to go about being able to itemize your stuff so that way you don't get nailed from YouTube.
Okay, I guess I didn't make enough money for that yet, but
well, when you get you haven't made money from YouTube, so
no,
before in 2019 and back. You can itemize your deductions to be able to, claim, stuff that you used or whatever. You have to kind of. It's on the easy forms. You can't get away with itemizing your deductions. They have what they call, like if your office is in your home that you use for YouTube or whatever, they have a way to be able to automatically adjust how much expenditure you should have based on the size of your office and the amount of square footage in your home, which is all well and dandy, but if you don't have YouTube doesn't take up a whole lot of space to be able to edit videos in,
right?
right there.
But if you're doing live, it's you're doing podcast, so that should be something else you could write off too.
Well, no, because it's whatever your office space is. If your business is YouTube and your business is like my business is NOVAtazz, where your office is what they consider. And obviously, my office doesn't take up a whole lot of space. But anyway, there's some other things that you can do and finagle it. And I've watched a bunch of different stuff, and some of the tax prep people and stuff like that tell you how to get, basically to help get your cost actually offsetted. So that was fun dealing with and trying to figure out, because I have like this computer and all this other stuff that I bought in last year's tax season, that I kind of wanted to be, to be able to claim, because it wasn't like I made a crap ton of profit off of YouTube. No, right. Most of it went right back into YouTube. Whether it was car parts, I still haven't claimed any car parts. I feel kind of weird doing that one still, but like stuff that is directly related to the computer and stuff like that I use to do the live stream and the editing.
Well, I'd definitely claim your the car part for your Pontiac, the expensive one there.
It actually.
Or is that gonna be this next year?
I don't even know, because again, like I said, I bought that with credit, so that makes it a little funky.
Well, what you'd have to do is instead of taking a full write-off,
payments.
Yeah,
instead of doing a full write-off, what it would do is it'd break it down over a few years. I forget what they call that, but
they call it depreciation.
Depreciation. There you go. Yeah, you
I don't
just
know how any of that stuff
depreciate it.
works. I am not the greatest with taxes, and I'm kind of hoping that I make enough this year that it makes sense to take all this stuff to a tax prep person and just let them do it.
I would suggest an accountant. Usually, an accountant, they'll do all your taxes for you as long as you got it organized for less than $300.
Yeah, because it cost me about $200 to do it through TurboTax myself.
Oh, then pay $300 and have somebody else do it.
Yeah. But
you're lucky that you already know one.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Or Cletus does.
She's that. No, you do.
I do?
Indirectly. She's down there in the show.
Oh, Miss Formie?
Yep.
Oh, well, there you go.
To her come to next tax season then. Because next tax season is going to be fun, because we're looking at buying a house this year. Which just adds to more confusion and paperwork.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's your first 5, or depending on how your loan's set up, your first 5 to 10 years, you're paying a lot of interest. But you can write all that off.
We are going through... We are trying to get a USDA loan.
Mm-hmm.
And our interest looks like it's around 2 to 3%.
Yep.
Which to me, that's damn freaking good, because.
Oh yeah, it's excellent.
And we're only looking at spending like $110,000.
I got this loan so long ago. I got it when Bush was still in office, I think. Let's see. Yeah.
Which one?
Shoot. Well, not senior. Shoot, I'd have been in elementary. I wouldn't even have been in elementary school yet.
But
some of us old geezers need to know important information, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like, we're hoping to get a house for around 110. For around here, you can get.
Is that good in that area?
Yeah. I mean, geez, a lot of the houses
110 gets you a real nice house
like
in this
80
area.
to 90,000.
Is it going to be a garage required, or at least a drive-in basement to make a garage out of?
That is definitely one of the considerations. I mean, there are more important things in the garage, because the garage could come later as long as there's enough land. But I mean,
carport would be nice at the least, right?
Yeah, at least a space to put one. I mean, if I was down south, carport would be fine. But up here, that's still 3 or 4 months out of the year. I still could not.
Well, carport at least has the roof on it, so then you can kind of close it in. It'd be cheaper than building one from scratch,
At that point, I'd be laying a concrete pad and building something myself.
Build one anyway. Yep.
At the end of the day, it wouldn't be cheaper, because the amount of money that I would be spending in fuel trying to heat that during the winter, so I can continue doing. Otherwise, it's no better than where I'm at now.
Yeah, we had a little bit of taste of y'all's winters this winter.
Just
and we
imagine
don't like
that
it.
every day for 3 to
Nope.
4 months.
Nope. We had it for what?
His
4 or 5
temperatures
days?
wasn't cold enough.
Exactly. So, I mean, like,
how low did it get down there?
Carport works if it's just rain.
I think it was 4 degrees at the coldest. I don't know what the wind chill was, but
Yeah, we had that for like a good while straight.
Yeah, they had a cold taste then.
Yeah, a little bit of a cold taste, but it wasn't extended.
yeah, no, it was about a week.
You got to remember,
no
half of Texas froze. So.
Yep.
Shoot, I'll trade you. My winter's usually 6 to 7 months out of the year.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, even when you're not, you go up to like Seattle and shit, and it's still winter.
Some of the mountain passes
here.
I've seen snow in July in some of them passes.
Yeah.
Be raining in the valley. You get up top and it's blowing snowflakes.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And their thing is, oh, hey, there's snow on the road. Okay, chain law. I hate throwing chains. I really do. About every trip this winter it was multiple times a day.
Cletus, your show is still sending Central Daylight Time. That's not on his end because he can
still
set it
showing
to whatever
Central,
it's supposed to be.
Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
CSA. I think that's what it is, right?
What?
Central Standard
Yeah,
Time.
standard.
Even up to daylight savings, I don't think it actually changes the name of it.
No, yeah, it's still Central, but like, yeah, and he doesn't have any control of what it shows on your end. He sets the time for where it is at his end, and that's it. YouTube is the one that adjusts at your end.
Oh.
Because I could set mine at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and what somebody in California sees at what time my video starts is going to be different than what somebody sees over in England.
Yeah, I've got the live tomorrow. I'm guessing that's the one he's speaking of.
Yeah.
It'll be old car guy and
I have my reminder set.
Dream Auto Sales. I forgot what he named. He renamed his channel. I've got to remember what it is.
Oh,
I'll have it all written down.
I mean, granted, people can do what they want with their channel, but I hate it. Especially like you find it a lot in some other medias where they constantly like Twitter does that a lot. People on Twitter will change their names all the freaking time, and it's like it makes it so hard to keep track of who you're following.
Sure.
You know, I mean, granted, mine's been NOVAtazz forever. There are some places where it's NOVAtazz Customs, but I've always referred to the channel as NOVAtazz.
Well, mine's been stuff with Cletus since 2011. So from 2009 to 2011, it was Curtuvius.
Yeah, which would have been freaking really hard to remember.
Exactly. So I was like, I'll just change that.
Yeah, stuff with Cletus, it rolls off the tongue a lot better. You notice you are not long. Robert's got you whooped.
Does he?
Yeah, he's got you whooped.
Oh, I haven't even seen the points. It's been, man, it has been crazy. And speaking of that, today, which the video, I made a video on it, but I was putting in a regulator and a window motor and a Dodge Caravan on the rear window, and apparently there's not one on YouTube putting it in. I just can't find it out there.
That shit marked.
But
that's if people.
The problem is, when I went to go put it all back together, I was tightening the door panel. It has bolts in it, and the glass shattered on me. So.
Oh, that's an expensive mistake.
Yeah, it's been a shit day. Well, actually, the part with shipping is only $37. So the glass, it just bolts right in.
Cheap.
So I was lucky on that. Well, it's because they made that body style the same window from 08 to 19.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's actually coming from Pennsylvania too.
Yeah, I would suggest next time you freaking tighten those bolts that you use an inch-pound torque wrench.
Well, I was using my impact.
Oh, that might have done
I was like, zip.
What did they tell you about never using an impact to tighten bolts?
It was my low. I had it on the low setting, so it wouldn't over tighten it.
Yeah.
But I guess the vibration or something, it just, I don't know. It's surprising.
That's that automotive warning. They never tell you use an impact to tighten bolts. It's always a no.
And I use an impact for everything.
If you showed that on YouTube,
I did.
You're going to get roasted in the comments, but by all the freaking professional freaking viewing mechanics.
Yep.
I'm sorry. That's like me. I mean, Should I advise everybody to use a torque wrench whenever they're tightening down their lug nuts? Yes.
Of course.
Do I necessarily do it every time I tighten down lug nuts? No. I've gotten to the point to where I know exactly.
My torque wrench busted. So.
Well, I mean, I've gotten to the point to where you could take a torque wrench to my bolts after I'm done tightening them.
You want to try out? Here. Chase that, jackass.
Chris, I'm going to send you a box full of soap.
Jackrabbit. Probably won't do no good.
Well, I don't even use torque wrench right now because, like I said, I busted mine, so I've got to get a new one. But I just do German spec.
Harbor Freight.
Call it a day. Yeah, I haven't been over there yet.
How many Ugga Duggas?
No, yeah, German spec, just good and tight.
Oh, I thought you were using the Ugga Dugga method.
No, just good and tight. Good enough.
I was getting I mean, I know that a lot of people don't like watching some people don't like watching the bigger YouTube channels, but I was watching Cletus, and I was kind of anxious for waiting for today's episode because they made it to Texas 2K, and the first night, in fact, actually, it's the shirt that I'm wearing right now, which is the 7-second Ruby Corvette shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking love this shirt. But anyway, that car was having issues the first night, and so was and the first night, Jackstan James he pulled a wheelie in his shoebox Nova. So like that car's been off the racetrack for, what did he say, like 6 or 7 years. Because the last time it was on the racetrack, it did a wheelie. The last time it was on a racetrack, it did a wheelie and screwed up the whole front end of that car.
Wow.
It's his dad's. It's a one-owner car. Well, not one owner, but it was his dad's car. His dad bought it new. And they've been racing it since before his dad passed away. They were racing it. And it went down a couple years ago because of the wheelie. And what's it do the very first pass down the racetrack after getting it all back together? Does another wheelie. It's got the same engine combination in it that he had in his 240. That did the wheelie and screwed up that car. He did the last pass of the 240. He did a wheelie and bent the whole front frame. And so they pulled the motor out of that, threw it back in the Nova, got it all ready to put together, took it to the racetrack. It did a wheelie its first pass and did an 840.
Dang.
840 with a wheelie.
I just haven't watched any of his stuff. I think I watched like one time or something he was building on. That's about it.
See, the thing is with me, I watch stuff that I want to watch, not necessarily because of what channel it's on.
Sure.
I follow, like, I love the Camaro that they took over to Australia. I like Ruby. I didn't like Leroy right away.
Yeah.
Leroy, I like it now. Didn't like it at first. Probably because of my stereotype with turbos. I wasn't really a big fan of turbos. Still not something that I want on my cars, but you know what? You can't deny
they're
the
cool.
power that they make.
It goes on certain cars, they're pretty cool. On certain cars I would never do it, but
obviously the Dale truck.
Sure.
I mean, this is a decommissioned NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series truck. You can't beat that. That freaking shit's awesome. Still got all the original freaking paint and vinyl from when was it Mike Skinner? Who the hell was piloting that truck?
No idea. I never watched NASCAR.
Welcome back.
Seen your speaking of other channels, I seen your boy what's the dang name? Steve, send it Steve?
Yeah.
Lost a bunch of subscribers. He posted something political. Whoo, don't ever do that. Everybody was killing him. They're like, hey, this is an automotive channel, man. Anybody want to know your political views?
You know what? It's his channel.
That's why he lost. I think he lost like 6,000 subscribers.
For the amount of subscribers that he has, that's a drop in a bucket.
We'll see.
But the thing is that's what's wrong with this. That's what, honestly, and I don't care if I lose a bunch of subscribers. That is what's wrong with this country. You should be able to post an opinion or have an opinion and it not affect what somebody else thinks of you. You know, if I want to support aliens from freaking planet Pluto,
Yeah.
okay, planets for
Well, I think the main thing is
aliens
people
from
want
planet
automotive
Pluto for
stuff.
president. You know what I mean? You should
Yeah.
be. I don't agree with that.
Sure.
It's your opinion, though. You know,
Yeah.
it shouldn't affect. You know, it's that whole cancel culture. I'm sick of it.
Well, I don't know about cancel culture, but people, you know, people in the comments were telling, look, keep that stuff on Facebook. You know, nobody wants to come to YouTube to watch automotive content and see this crap. And so he posted it again, and boy, he lost so much.
Well, you know what? I don't know whether to say congrats to him for, you know, holding to his guns and you know, sticking with what he believes in, or for him to take it as a lesson. But you know what? I
would say a lesson for sure.
ZL1.
Now, yeah, I'm glad he stuck to what he believes in. That's good for him. But at the end of the day, especially with him trying to make money on it, you know, it's people are right and they're wrong at the same time. Yeah,
at
it should be
one point,
automotive.
is it business sense? And at one point, is it, you know, your right to be able to say and express how you feel?
Sure.
Yes.
And he did. He expressed how he feels, and he was able to do it. But
yeah, and if he chooses to stick with his guns and not back down,
yeah,
then good for him.
Well, he hadn't posted anything like that since then. So.
All right, but like I said, you know, it's one of those things. You stick to your guns, and you accept the consequences for what you do.
Sure.
You know, if he's willing to accept that consequence, well, then that's his prerogative. And people also have no, you know, it's that same freaking thing. Again, the people that are watching him have every right to leave.
Sure.
To leave is your choice. To sit there and infringe on some other man's right to say and what he believes and what he wants to is different. If he didn't hurt anybody.
Well, I didn't unsubscribe from him, but
no.
I'm like everybody else. As soon as it started getting political, I just turned it off.
Exactly, and you have that right.
Went on,
and that's exactly
because that's not what I'm there
felt
for.
That way should have
I think that's what everybody's. Yeah, they just went on and watched the next video.
Yeah, and that's
it's not like he posted 100 of them like that, you know.
Right. And again, there's the one thing of choosing to scroll past something you don't want to see.
Sure.
Versus sitting here and whining and crying about something because you might not like something that somebody else does.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's exactly it. You can choose what you do.
Well, I don't know. Subscriptions are free, so I watch people's content, and if I don't like something, I'll just not watch it. But I mean, if they kept posting hundreds, you know, 10, 20, 30 videos, then I'd say, okay, well, this ain't for me.
Leave.
Yeah.
But
I don't automatically give up on people like that. Nobody's
forcing you to be there.
Yeah.
Nobody's forcing you to watch, so just don't watch it. You know.
Well, I kind of felt bad for him. I mean, it's. I would say it's a bad.
I don't think
decision,
he feels bad.
If he was good with it, then he was good with it.
Yeah, I don't think he feels bad. Knowing enough. I'm not saying I know him because obviously I don't. I'm an acquaintance.
Okay.
And at best, I'm an acquaintance.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him have talked a few times. You know, I have him on my Facebook. You know, but that doesn't make us friends.
Sure.
You know, I mean, let's get real. I mean, I know there's how many freaking people out there that watch YouTube people and then assume that because they watch all their content that they, you know, now they're best buds.
That they know.
That's not how that works. I'm not that naive.
Sure.
But watching him enough and knowing how he is, you know, I would say he's probably like most typical Republican followers. I'm going to believe in what I believe in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to express what I believe in, and you can believe in what you want to believe in. You know, they're not saying that you can't believe, you don't have to believe, you know, they're not saying you have to believe in what they believe in, but they want you to respect the fact that they can believe in it.
Yeah.
But, and not that I want to make this channel political. I tend to leave it out of it just because.
Well, your channel's a little different because you do have a talk. You know, it's live, it's talking.
Right.
It's not, you're not making automotive content and commenting political stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a talk thing, which can bring up political stuff or it can bring up automotive content.
Sorry, not laughing at you, Cletus. I'm laughing at a comment from Mecha Nuts. He says, "I watch your content. Can I borrow $1?" Basically, that's how a lot of people think. It's like, I watch your content. Now I own what you put out.
Ah,
you know what I mean?
Think you owe them something.
Yeah. And you know, you see it enough. I mean, you see people say like, you know, yeah, you have a content creator, you know, wanting to include you on stuff that they do. So they ask you like, you know, what color should I do this or what should I do?
Comment down below. Yeah.
Yeah. It's to get stir up conversation. It's to make you feel included. It's to, you know, it's also, yeah, to gauge what you guys want to see. But at the end of the day, it's his channel. It's his content. It's his money.
Yep.
You know, that's like people thinking, you know, okay, yes, I predominantly post automotive content on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my channel. That's not an automotive channel. Just a majority of my interest tend to be automotive.
Sure.
But if I want to post a woodworking video, I'm going to post a woodworking video because it's my channel and this is about me, not necessarily about the cars. The cars are a part of me. That's why they're on it.
Well, I don't know. I guess if I were to speak with him, which I never will probably, but my advice would be the same that I would when I manage, you know, I've managed thousands of people. Politics and religion, keep it at home. Mm-hmm. You know, yep. And of course business it is his channel, and he owes to write everything. But if he's making money on it, and it's his professional job, which it is, I guess, for him.
You got to be professional.
Politics and religion, leave it alone. It's too much of a hot topic. You know, on either side.
His channel is no longer a hobby.
Right. And that's why I was saying I feel bad for him, and not because he's, you know, I'm glad he's sticking to his guns, but man, if he's making money on it, he needs to think about it as a professional thing.
Mm-hmm. And you know, you got to balance that. Customer is always right with what you want and stuff like that. And yeah, you got to think about what image are you putting out there and what image do you want to be seen by. Am I always politically correct? No. Do I expect people to always view me as politically correct? No, definitely not, because you're going to be seriously mistaken when you actually meet me. And see, there is why I told Big E to sign out so I could hear the little boop.
Wise.
So that way I know that he's back. But anyway.
I see he got you a haircut.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a shame that you weren't here earlier, Cletus.
Yeah.
Because that was the secret 30,000 NOVAtazz question of the day. Whoever brought up my haircut first.
Yeah.
It didn't even make it 2 minutes into the live stream, and Pilot got it right away.
There you go. Yeah, you got your haircut, got your beard trimmed.
I just I said before the live
stream. I had
to
time
myself,
to do any of that.
Whoever notices first, I'm going to give him 30 grand. 30 grand in NOVAtazz, which for him wasn't much, but
right.
Yeah, it's like, you know, giving Bill Gates $1.
You know, I apologize for anybody. I just realized that I'm sitting here playing with my fidget cube because, you know, ADHD, and I realized that this microphone is probably picking it up for like freaking crazy. But anyway, yeah, there's a balance, but you know, at the end of the day, it's his channel.
Of course,
what consequences he deems from it is up to him.
Well, I don't know him at all, but he seems like a genuine and nice guy.
He is. He's not that much different than I am in the way that I put myself off. What you see is who he is. So I mean, and I don't really want to see him lose that either, because that's part of why I like watching him. Because he does not fake. He shows what he's going to be. You know what I mean? His content is real. He doesn't put on freaking shows just for the you know, the YouTube. You know, his stuff's genuine. And if you can't take somebody that's being genuine, then, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general, if somebody can't take somebody that's being genuine, then what are you surrounding yourself with?
Well, like I said, I didn't, when he started getting into politics, I don't come to YouTube for that.
And that is exactly what I would expect somebody to do.
I didn't unsubscribe because I know that's not what he's always going to be doing. So, and it wasn't even that big of a mention either. So I don't know what everybody's big deal was, but whatever.
Because everybody gets butthurt, and everybody gets up and uproar over every little freaking stupid thing, and they go fly off the handle, you know, over silly stuff, you know, and it is what it is. I mean, honestly, the fans that jumped on the 6,000 or whatever fans that well, not fans. I'm not going to call them fans because if you jumped off over one stupid little thing, well, then you're not a fan. This is the 6,000 subscribers that decided to unsubscribe to him for that one little moment. Well, they're like all of the freaking people that came in to watch NASCAR that NASCAR jumped to cater to back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know, you don't cater to the fly-by-nighters. You know, if they want to freaking leave,
died
well,
when
then they
Earnhardt
leave.
died.
Huh?
NASCAR died when Earnhardt died.
No, NASCAR didn't die when Earnhardt died. NASCAR died when NASCAR started catering to companies and businesses that weren't there for the long haul.
I'll tell you, I need to hurry up and get 1,000 subscribers making money on YouTube because I'm making more money doing this.
You got to claim that stuff too, you know.
Man, you're right.
You got to claim that as a. What do they call that in the freaking tax forms? It's so annoying. But yeah,
Talking about a hobby, or you talking about
no? When you
income?
If you make any
secondary
money,
income,
yeah, it's still considered an income, even though it's not cash value.
Yeah.
You know, you getting free stuff from a company is considered payment.
Yeah.
Well, that one right there, that company's actually paying me. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, so that's considered a payment. That's you actually
Now,
have to claim that payment.
I'm not right. I'm not
taxes.
claiming super clean stuff. They just sent me some product, and it wasn't even that much. So
Yeah,
I'm not claiming.
If they're not influencing what you put on, they're not asking to see what you put up before you put it up. Then you know that's not. But
I'm trying to get them to sponsor me. Boy, it'd be nice. Super Clean, actually, a good product. I like it.
I've known Super Clean since, mid '90s.
Isn't that
we
the,
just don't
the
have it.
purple
We
stuff?
just didn't have it around here. No, Purple Power is junk, but that's what we had with Purple Power. And then all of a sudden, now we're starting to get Super Clean.
We had Super Clean.
I mean, Super Clean is perfect.
Back when I was still in school. Yeah, we had Super Clean when I was in school.
This Purple Power junk here, junk. In my opinion.
Well, yeah, and you're entitled to your opinion.
Now I'm gonna get canceled.
You got a green
that's
screen
exactly
going on
Fair
there?
Weather Friends.
Yeah,
that's exactly what that is.
Oh, cool. It's kind of bleeding off on like your hair and like when you turn.
You like that?
I told him it looks like an old school TV set.
Yeah, it's all staticky.
It's we used to call that the black and white ant war.
Oh, what you need is you need to get like the freaking like when you stuck a VHS in and it had to like find the right tracking and there was all like the lines and shit like that.
You
need
like
that
a little
effect
record at the bottom of the screen and fast forward and all that.
Yeah, and like a timestamp up in the corner too.
There you go.
No, I just got the flea races going on in the background.
You called it flea races. See, we called it an ant war.
I heard ant war. I've heard ant races.
I just referred to it as snow.
Yeah, we had snow. That was all before they decided to just go to the blue screen.
Chroma key? I don't know what chroma key is.
Chroma key?
Chroma key.
Yeah, I'm not positive.
Chroma key sounds like Razer.
Yeah. I'm trying. I'll probably take this screen down. I don't think it's going to work for the live, for my live tomorrow.
It's probably more of StreamYard's because this did it before too. I think it's more of StreamYard's thing, and you have to have the right lighting. So the problem is,
I probably don't.
Yeah, you probably not.
I got like LED. It's pretty bright, but it's LED too. So.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything like in front of you? Like you may have noticed, I have something in front of me now.
Yeah, all the lights are in front of me.
Yeah, his setup is pretty spot on. But no, what it is there's not enough contrast, which is what's going on. So either his green screen is not green enough, or something is reflecting the green around the room.
Yeah, that's more than likely. If you got like white walls or something, that'll do it.
I do have white walls, but then again, this green it's like a light lime green.
No, it's got to be a deep, like a really grass green, like a dark, like a dark grass green.
Yeah.
I'll play with some more
like a sheet on Amazon or something.
Yeah, you can pick up stuff off of Amazon that's not that expensive. You
just hang up or whatever.
Yep, just hang down and pull it down like the old school freaking teacher maps and shit.
Well, and I still got my wall that I've been putting everybody's stickers on. I might just stick with that for a while too.
That might actually be a good idea. Because green screens you have to really be able to play with and adjust color settings and things like that. If you start using Streamlabs, you can do that a lot easier. they actually have fine tunes for the green screens.
Oh, chroma key is green screen. No, just using this green screen from StreamYard.
Yeah, but chroma key is when you use any color. The problem is again you have to have a color that is not in any way, shape, or form involved in anything else in your set. Which is why they only use green, because green is not a color typically. You know, just got to make sure you're not walking in on with a green shirt in one day.
You get green or blue?
That honestly, that looks like freaking a really, really light cream.
It's
mint.
pretty light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on the lights, the LEDs.
Yeah,
it looks like someone cut a shamrock shake with milk and then was like, I'm gonna make a green screen that color.
It's the LEDs are making it that color. I'm telling you that. It's like a lime green, but it looks a lot less green.
Can you turn down your LEDs?
No.
I have that option with this thing.
No, these are LED strips, and my brother does cigarette displays, and these are LED strips from a cigarette display. They're super bright, but
it's like this one over here. Actually, no, I can't turn this one on because it's not plugged in. This one right here is super bright. When I used to use I put this one in thinking, because at that time my setup was all up against the wall, so it was open behind me, but in front of me was the wall. And so I had no way to put light in front of me, kind of like what Big E's setup is right now, because I know he's set up against the wall. And the problem with that is the fact that everything is set up in front of you, and that light was so bright it literally would wash out my whole body. Like I just looked like, I don't know, I was just super glowing. So I ended up putting a piece of cardboard in front of it to reflect the light onto the wall and then to bounce onto me.
Yeah, I've got some other things. I'm in the market to buy a new laptop right now. So that'll help too, because this webcam's not great. But
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But it's got to be a laptop because I travel. So.
Yeah, I even with a laptop, I still use an external webcam.
Including webcams are generally trash anyway.
I like this Logitech 900 series. This is a 920. The other one we have is a 922. And it's what Kat just picked. No, Kat didn't pick up one of those. Kat was going to pick up one of those, but she bought another one that was. The 920s are really nice. And I used the internal speaker on them for all the way up until a couple months ago.
Well, I have a camera in my Amazon cart that I was going to buy for the YouTube channel. Yeah. They would also do the sound and
webcam
video for webcam. But I am waiting until I get the money from that. It's not really a sponsor because I'm making content for their channel. So I guess I'm a spokesperson or something. I don't know what but anyway, when I get that money coming in, then I'll buy that camera and stuff. So
yeah, Matt MPG tried doing that with using a DSLR camera for doing his webcams. It was good out? But I think he had issues with software and everything else wanting to play nice with different things. And I know people do it all the time.
It might be an issue.
I see people do it all the time. I don't. At the price point I'm at right now, I don't see the point in buying a DSLR. You know, I don't make enough money for that for me to think for me to put the money in that. They're not cheap. They're like freaking. You can't get one for like under like $600 for a decent one.
Yeah.
The one I'm looking at, it's not quite 600, but it's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there. I don't know if it's DSLR. I'm sure it is, but I don't know. My wife helped me out with it. She used my stimulus money. Yeah. No, my wife helped me out with it because that's what she does is photography and stickers and whatever else.
Use stimulus money, yeah. You know where stimulus money goes with somebody like me? It goes right to your exes.
Well, I don't have any of them, but
well, they were trying to say that like the $600 one that they put out. Well, number one, I didn't get that when it came out. But they were trying to say that one wasn't going to be able to be claimed by anybody. Like that was going to be your money.
Right. The courts couldn't take it, anything like that.
If they didn't send it to you, you have to try to get it through your taxes. Which what they do then is they put it in as as like tax credit, right? So
Yeah.
it goes in your column of like you paid in for taxes, and at that point, then that's no longer then protected underneath of that statute that it goes to you. Well, my taxes get hit um, by domestic relations. So at that point, who knows? I haven't gotten it back yet, but domestic relations might snag that money anyway, and it might go to them anyway, which is kind of BS.
You can most likely figure on that.
It's what I'm figuring. But I need to pay
Capture
that down
for
anyway.
arrearages.
I need to pay that down anyway and get that caught completely up to be able to get a home anyway, which is also BS. You can't get a
Good
home
luck
loan
on that
unless
lottery ticket.
You can't get a home loan unless your child support is completely paid even.
Can't get a passport.
Which is BS. Because, how many times do you start in a hole at the beginning of, I can't tell you anybody that's gotten having to pay child support and walks out of the courtroom completely broke even, on the first, you're always in the hole.
Yeah.
And nobody's got freaking
There's
a couple
no
grand
such thing
laying
as being
around
even.
just to freaking sit here and say, all right, catch me back up. It's
and the sad part is, if you do, their first thing is they put you in on a financial review warning. Okay, where did you get this extra money?
Yeah. It is. It's just BS. I understand, now the people that aren't paying their child support and, whatever. But, if you got an average dude that, their child support's just that freaking high that it's freaking ridiculously stupid, and so they're in the freaking hole. Don't make their day any more worse by completely crippling them from being able to do anything to advance their freaking personal life.
Could be some kind of balance.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind.
That's
I don't think
separate
child support
thing,
is a bad thing. I just think that it's not done right.
It's not fair.
Well, hardly anything is fair in America anymore.
Yeah, I don't mind being
in that
responsible
situation,
for the
it's
kids
even
that I brought
worse.
into this world. What I do mind is being taken to the cleaners and having to live, on the poor bench just because of a bad relationship that wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
And they don't care. They don't even consider the income of the other person.
No.
It's not about what they make, what should be.
No, they do. But no, what they do is they hold somebody to a standard of living. And that's not what child support should be. Child support should be based on a fixed amount of how much it could cost to raise a child. And you shouldn't be responsible for paying more than that because somebody else wants to live an extravagant lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a buddy that's in that situation like that. His wife's an RN. And that's all. Well, your family's used to a standard of living. You're taking your income out. You need to make sure they maintain that. She makes more money than I do. It should be no problem for them to maintain that. And yeah, they raked him hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't say I make over 80K. No way. So, if that makes me poor.
I did last year for sure. I have made over 80K in probably 2 years.
I've never made over 80K.
Same.
I can't say I've ever made over 50K.
When I was a service manager, when I was a senior service manager, I had 4 shops I was in charge of. I was making about 160 a year, but that was bad. I couldn't do it. It just so much. Even when I was asleep, I could call in the middle of the night, vacation, whatever. It was just always on the phone or always working.
Where I work, I might as well be on call 24/7. That's not when I started. When I first started, you were supposed to be on call on your job was Monday through Friday. Friday at 5 p.m. you were supposed to be able to put the phone down and not pick it up until 8 in the morning on Monday. 8 or 7 in the morning. Okay, that was what it was. On call was 5 p.m. Friday until Monday morning. And they switched it over to now you're basically on call for your home So for the house that I take care of, I'm on call every day, every weekend, all the time. So my
when do you
staff,
get to drink and relax? And
yeah. Well, the thing is, yeah. What happens if I decide to have a drink on a weekend and they decide to call me? And I'm gonna, if it ever comes to that, I'll be saying that to my, it's not what I signed up for. I didn't sign up to give my life away.
right.
And most companies, when you're on call, they give you an on-call bonus.
Oh yeah.
Even if you didn't ever have to go in, they give you an on-call bonus.
That's right. You get
and
that
if you have to
on-call
go
bonus.
in, then you also get
They give you more.
get
Yep.
hourly. You get whatever it is for the time that you worked as well.
Just stay drunk so they don't notice.
But yeah, I've been on call. I have not had a true weekend off where I could turn off my phone and put it up for the weekend since before Christmas.
Wow. That's just not worth it for me, man. They'd have to pay me so much.
When I started this job, the house that I was taking care of was 20 minutes away.
Well, I was going to say, for me to do that, they would have to pay me so much that I could do it for 3 or 4 years and then retire.
Yeah.
Because that's it takes the years out of you. You feel older.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, and I'll deal with it until I can find something different or they change.
Yeah. Well, and something's going to have to change for you, but at least now you're getting paid overtime.
Yeah. We're now. Well, no, awesome. I choose not to. No, I don't do any more overtime than I absolutely need to because that'll end up biting me in the butt as well.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is you have to work overtime. At least you get paid for it now.
Exactly. But, yeah. If I'm forced to sit there and work more hours than my 40 hours, then I can get compensated for it. Unlike before, where I just had to eat it.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they were
more affects.
I'm sure they were asking more of overtime before too.
That more affects Jess than it does me. She's the one that ends up getting stuck at work more often than I do.
Apocalypse Off Road is stopping in. It looks like.
Hello. Is that Alan, or is it different? Because Alan has a channel that sounds similar to that, but I don't know if he started a new one. Ayo. I just saw that. It's like the first thing that came to my head.
Have you watched any of don't know now. Have you watched any of Johnny Clyde stuff?
No, I don't think so.
He tries food. I've been messing with him because everything he tries, he likes. I'm like, come on, man, it's gotta be something you like. So he didn't live far from me, apparently. So when we do meet up for a collaboration, we got something planned. I'm gonna make him try something I know is gross, so just to get a reaction out of it. Spam. Hey, you can make spam good. Just some beer and some syrup.
No, the point is to not make it good. Just straight out of the can.
Ugh.
Cat food. No, I don't know. I don't know that one. I still haven't gotten around to a lot of the newer ones. I just haven't had the time, and there's been some more stuff that I've been following that isn't even automotive.
Yeah. I've been struggling, man. I have stuff playing in the background while I'm working because there's no way I can keep up with it. I
can't do that because my ADHD I'll end up just watching YouTube and not work. But I can tell you one channel that I have been watching the crap out of. Ward Marco's scale model channel.
Yep.
Can't stop watching. I mean, I've been watching a lot of scale model stuff. I want so bad. Speaking of, I got the 426 Hemi scale engine in for the 340 Duster build. I'm gonna put a 426 Hemi in that car. I got the modern Boss 302. So the Coyote version of the 302. I got that in. I am waiting for the wide body kit for the Mustang. That's coming from the UK. So I'm waiting for that to come in. Then we'll get that one up. And I'm pretty sure that I am going to end up creating my own molds to do the Firebird build. So I want to build the Firebird as close to. It's if I don't buy 2 kits, but at least this one kit, I want to build it as close to where I want the car to be when I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, 400 Pontiac engine. I'll make it look like it's got an EFI system on it. The interior, I'm gonna have to make my own seats, so I'll probably just modify the seats that come in the kit.
Yeah.
With some clay, and then make a mold, and then resin pour my own seats.
Ah, there you go.
So like I'll make a mold from the original seats that have been modified to look like the 74 horsecollar seats. And then I will cast a mold of those. I will cast a resin part from those that I can then put in the car.
Nice.
And then the rear taillight section, obviously, I'd have to make my own rear taillight section because the one that's in the kit is it's so wrong. There's like nothing about it that's correct, and it's just going to bother me. And especially since it's not even like a small scale where you can I can overlook that. The car is huge. The car is like 12 inches long, so it's like even this is smaller because this is a 1/18 scale. And the Firebird is bigger than a 1/18 scale.
Yeah.
So any detail that's wrong is going to be like, especially on the outside of the body, it's just going to stand out. And I think even this one even got it right. And this is just a cheap toy. Yeah, like this one got it right. There's no like paint detail. It's all molded in, but at least it's correct.
Yeah.
And this is just a cheap little like pullback toy. But at least it got it right.
They made an effort.
Yeah, they did. But, I mean, granted, this kit's from the, 1980s? It's a new box art and some new parts, but the original tooling is still from the 1980s.
Yeah.
And I think that was back when they couldn't call it a Firebird either. They had to call it the Blackbird.
Hmm.
Its original release from MPC was called the Blackbird. Because they
just wouldn't release it.
They didn't have the rights to use the actual branding. So there was no Pontiac labels or anything on it originally. So I mean, granted, I could see then you have to change the kit just a little bit so that way you can't be accused of it being exactly this. But then they never actually retooled it once they got the licensing for it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
All right, let's see. The chat's going nuts in here. I saw somebody said something about 426. Yep. Driver's challenge video with the Volvo. For those of you just turning in and talking model cars now, I wish I could drop a real 426 in something.
Right?
What is it? Is it Chris Birdsong? Yeah, Chris Birdsong does all the freaking Charger stuff. If you like Chargers, that's an awesome freaking channel to check out. I do believe he just pulled out I wouldn't say it's a barn find because it's more of a garage find, but a one owner white 68 Charger. It's a 318 car, but it is a time capsule. Nothing's been changed on it. The thing hadn't been on the road since the 1990s.
Should check out that Pontiac that I sent you.
I couldn't. It wouldn't. I could
open the link for you.
I could only see the thumbnail of what you sent me because as soon as you clicked on it, it said this content's no longer available. So.
Yeah, he got mad. I offered him $4,000 for it, and he got mad and just took the whole thing down. I'm like, damn, bro.
But that that car looked like it was worth about.
It wasn't
worth about $4,000 to $9,000.
Yeah, he had listed at $5,000. I thought $4,000 was a good offer.
The thing is if you're putting it, you should be willing to barter. I mean, $4,000.
But he come back and said, "No, I need $5,000." Then
$4,000 to offer $4,000 on a $5,000 car. If you're listing it for $5,000, $4,000 is a good place to start for a bartering.
I mean, it's not like I came in and said I'll give you $1,500 for it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can see that.
But the thing is what should have happened is you offered $4,000. Either he said no, I can only take $5,000, or he should have counter offered.
Yeah, come on, I need $48,000. Whatever.
Exactly. That's how that works. I mean, I don't ever. I mean, granted. I mean, if you ever see my stuff on Facebook, if you pay me exactly what I'm asking for on Facebook, well, you got suckered, because
People do
always
pay, like when I put cars
price
up,
it high. I price it high
do
because I
too.
expect somebody to try to talk me down. Because number one, if you price it high and you let somebody talk you down to where you actually wanted to sell it, they
feel like they get a deal and you get what you want.
They feel like they got a deal. They feel like they got something. You still got what you originally wanted for it, and both of you walk away feeling like you won.
That's why I was saying to Mecha Nuts there, he's selling that minivan that he's doing the challenge that I did, the 350 to 10,000 or whatever,
slightly above where you want it, so that way you have room to come down to where you want to sell it for.
Well, he thinks he could get 1,400 no problem, but I told him to put it on there like 2,400. It's a Honda minivan. I forget what year, but I told him put it at 2,400. That's not too much for a working minivan with AC and everything.
And the thing is if he puts in 2,400, somebody comes and actually offers him 2,400. Well, then that's a win for him.
Or 2,000.
Yeah, and if they talk him down to 2,000, that's still a win for him, because anything above that 14 of whatever,
and they got him a nice minivan with AC,
is a win. Plus, it also gives you room that if the listing is up there for a little while, that you can drop the price and somebody still feels like they're going to end up walking away with a win.
Sure.
Yeah.
The 03 Odyssey with 100,000 miles.
Yeah, and you don't. It's not like you sit there and you put the price so astronomically high that somebody's not going to want to put an offer.
03 Odyssey with 100,000 miles on it. Yeah, it's not like he's asking 55 for it or nothing.
And it's an 03.
I think 24, 25. I think that's a good starting value. I mean, you could even go higher if you wanted, but I think if you put it there, you're pretty competitive.
At 100,000, 100K on an 03. That's not that many miles for an 03.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, my truck is an 01 and it's got 265,000.
Shoot, my daughter's 2010 Kia Soul, it's got 214,000 now.
Yeah, our Kia Souls have right around between 160 and 180. And they're both they're 2011 and a 2012.
Did
you see that?
2010 and a 2011, I think.
Did you see all that varnish I had on that Kia Soul when I took the top off of it?
That's normal.
I was like, dang, that's some good varnish. But that stuff I used on it took it off.
Yeah, but I mean, the other thing is you didn't see, you saw some varnish on there, but you didn't see any, stuck black.
The person that I got it from, I was expecting when I pulled it off, it's going to be full of sludge. But it wasn't. Because they never changed the oil.
Yeah, varnish is normal. Especially on an aluminum engine.
Yep.
Varnish is normal. If you pulled it off and it was perfectly clean, I would actually probably be like, was there gas?
Yeah, like what they do to it.
Yeah.
That would actually concern me more than if the varnish was there.
Well, even after running that stuff that I put in there for that video, it still has a little bit of varnish, but it got almost all of it.
Yeah.
So now it looks great.
192 on a chassis. That sounds actually more reasonable.
Okay. Well, even then, that's still. I mean, $2,400 van. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And that's about what my truck's going roll.
This last van I picked up, I got it for $850. That's maybe I've been following my $350 to $10,000 challenge. That was the next vehicle I bought, was a Dodge Caravan, the one I busted the window in today.
Yeah,
so that's going to set me back a little bit.
Parts.
Well, luckily I had some money to repair stuff because I bought it for $850. I got $1,200 for the Lincoln.
Right.
So I had a little bit of money in there. I had to buy brakes and I had to buy the window motor and regulator, and now I'm going to put a window in it. So, but
you could probably sell that for just under $2,000.
I already have it sold for $3,400.
Nice.
That's a big. There you go. That'll get your way.
Yep. So then I'll go buy something else. Maybe next time I'll buy a Mustang or a Jeep or something. We'll see what I can afford. But I remember. I got to keep in mind that I have to have money for repairs, because the Lincoln I didn't do anything to. I just put some gas in it and let it go.
Right.
But the more expensive cars, people are going to want. They're going to want more out of it. They're going to want it not to have to do anything. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to keep that in mind.
And they're going to want something that, they can show off and take pride in. And
yep. Especially when I start
got a
getting
Mustang and it's got a rust on it.
$7,000 cars.
Like that one Katrina had on the freaking back of the rollback.
That thing is.
That was a Mustang, all right. Not as bad as I've seen, but that one was needing some love and tender care, or
I think lived its life on the salt flats.
Something. But
did you see my? I don't know if you watched my TikTok. I did TikTok when I was at Copart yesterday, Friday.
I might not have. I don't know
about the rust. About just keeping y'all's cars up there.
Oh.
We got a truck down here that's rusty. I'll put a bid on it for $250.
Dodge is not necessarily free of rust either.
I can't do it, man. I cannot do the rust.
Well, it'll get there. By the way, I was on the Dodge, one of the Dodge Facebook groups the other day, and they were doing what are rare color combinations. And what I just thought about that. My black truck, my brown truck with the silver second body color down on the bottom.
Yeah.
I've probably seen a total of 3 or 4 total, period, ever, including mine.
Wow.
I feel like I've seen more of them, but
I've seen all brown
maybe
ones.
I haven't.
I've seen all brown ones, but seeing that two-tone brown and silver.
Yep.
No. I mean, I'm on the Dodge second gen website, and literally, they were people
I'm trying to
posting all
think
kinds of stuff.
I've not seen two-tone, but I think it's been
seen a lot of black and silver.
Maybe not.
Blue and silver, red.
I've seen the brown with the chrome strips at the bottom. I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen them with the, not even the brown and silver. The brown, that's the only one I've ever seen with brown and silver. Not even including the other where they have the silver in the middle, where it's one color.
Brown and cream. Yeah,
Mecha
Nuts. I've seen plenty of them.
What?
Brown and cream, or it's brown and cream at the bottom.
Yeah, mine's not cream. It's actually
no. He's saying that's another one.
Yeah. But I've never seen a brown, and I've only seen a very few brown and silver. And then you got on top of that freaking, you also got to figure in the fact that I have an off-road edition, which that makes it even more, because I've the other brown and silver ones. There was one that was in my area, completely rotted out. You almost couldn't tell it was silver on the bottom anymore. Rocket was completely gone, but it was an off-road edition, and it was.
I'm trying to think of what channel it was. There's a channel, and it's escaping right now, but. He's showing his seats, and he had deer heads embroidered in the seats. And he was thinking his factory, but I'm pretty sure they just pulled the covers off and embroidered it.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
he's in a Ram.
They didn't put anything in them.
I didn't think so. And whose channel was that?
I mean, this brown truck that I have has got to be damn near the highest option truck for that year.
Half Fast Garage. It was his channel.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that my truck has to be one of the highest options trucks for that year because it's got the cruise control, it's got the heated mirrors, it had the upgraded radio, it has the stupid organizer thingy underneath the rear bench, it's got the full double doors for the back, not the
half doors, the swing doors.
Well, they don't have the full doors for that year. They are swing doors, but. You can get them with
Did they open all the way or just halfway?
Yeah, well, you can get the one with the one swing door on the
3 doors
side,
and 4 doors, yeah.
Or you can get the one with the doors on both sides. I have the doors on both sides. So yeah, it's got every single option in the interior that you could click on. It's got.
Did it have the falling apart dash option?
It's got the it was replaced with dash option.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's very good.
So I have a solid dash in mine.
Look at you go.
So no falling apart dash on mine, and it's made out of a different plastic, so it won't. I guarantee you, it probably won't fall apart anytime soon. It's got the off-road edition, so it's got the it's got the lift, it's got the bigger rims. Came with the bigger size factory tires. Not that they're on it anymore.
Bigger brakes.
Running 35. No, running 33. By 12.5, I can run up to a 35 without having to lift the suspension.
Without it rubbing.
So I've got the 5.9 liter engine in it. Don't have a Cummins, but I don't think they came with I don't think the off-road edition came with a diesel engine.
Probably not.
I don't know if it did or not. I know that model it had a Cummins in it. all day you could ask 11 to 15 grand.
Oh yeah, but I don't know if the 1500s came with a Cummins. I think it was.
No, I think it's just 2500s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a 1500.
25 or 35s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have
pretty
I have the 1500. But like I said, I don't think there's an option on that truck that hasn't been clicked.
Right.
The only thing I think I don't have is I don't have the sliding rear glass.
Oh well, it's worthless then. Huh?
I know, right? Well, it doesn't take me long to freaking go pop
Like-
one out of a truck in a junkyard.
Yeah. Well,
Those are so easy to pull out.
Mhm.
It's about the easiest way to get into a vehicle too.
Oh, yeah.
One of these
Yeah.
trucks, that's the easiest way to get in is through that back glass, which I'm kind of glad. I don't really need it to have that. It's got
you
the
could
pop
change
out.
it to a power back glass.
Huh?
You could change it to a powered back glass.
You can still pop into
Or
it.
it's-
It's so easy though.
Open powered. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can still push them on open.
Right. I mean, it's got the pop out wing windows on the back doors, and you roll down the freaking whatever's. It's got really good air conditioning. So I mean, push comes to shove, I'm fine. Just pop open the back windows. I can reach both back windows from the driver's seat. Just gotta lean over a little bit to get the one on the passenger side. Pop them open and freaking roll the windows down. And what more are you gonna get by just opening that back window?
Yeah.
You know, you're getting just as much airflow. So to me,
You guys remember a couple weeks ago me talking about a Volkswagen I bought?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be ready tomorrow.
There you go.
Finally.
But plus the other cool thing is that back glass being completely solid. It's a perfect candidate for one of those mural freaking back glass stickers.
Big old stuff with Cletus sticker.
There you go.
You're right.
Get those skull and crossbones.
You're right. You know, the video's not out yet. I was going to say I'm working on this shitty ass Jeep Wrangler. I've got to buy a tire cover for it. I'm going to buy one that has stuff with Cletus on it. They're only $20 on Amazon.
Did you guys
can make
see
them custom.
Do you guys see how brand crazy freaking like Jason's channel's gotten?
Mm-mm.
I've seen that.
He's got freaking banners. He's got oh my god! Like I
He'll be on the channel tomorrow.
oh yeah.
So,
Hey,
or he'll be on the live tomorrow. I'm gonna
it's
have to
not.
bring that up.
By the way, that was not a hating comment. That
no.
was
That's
oh
just
my
a comment.
God.
It's just an observation.
Yeah, he's just
But
he's selling.
with the subscribers that he's gaining right now. I don't blame him.
No, he's
killing
selling
it.
it. He's doing what he needs to do. So yeah, that was definitely not a hating comment. That was just an oh my god.
I didn't think it
have you
was.
noticed.
But
Well,
I'm
some
glad you
people-
cleared that up. We don't want somebody taking it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want somebody taking it wrong. It was not my intent. Got nothing but love for Jason.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I think getting the beard thing. I think he's still beating me though.
Probably. I know mine's out of control right now. I need a haircut and a shave. But
I want to pick up one.
this
of
is
them.
like the longest I've set steel in 2 weeks, probably.
Yeah, I want to pick up one of those heated beard combs. It's like
You got beard oil?
I've been doing that for years. Beard oil, either beard oil or beard balm, either one. Beard balm works great, especially if you are going to like. How I do it now is I have one of those hair dryers with the spreader, to where instead of it being a round opening, it brings it out into like a wide one, and you take
Fluted
boar's hair brush on the underside, and you take the dryer on the top side, and you just pull down. So you just sandwich your hair between the blow dryer and the brush, on like a low heat setting, and you pull it down, and it'll pull all of your hair straight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew you was a millennial, man, but you got some avocado toast too?
No. But yeah, but the thing is, if I don't, my beard gets really curly.
Yeah, mine. You can't see mine right now because the lighting's not great in here, but my beard's pretty curly.
Yeah, and I as much as I like my beard, I don't necessarily want to look like a hobo. I want it to look like it's actually doing something with it.
Well, you got a lot of Irish in you, which most likely is Viking as well. So is your beard like mine, like 6 different colors, black and red and
it's shades of red and white.
Yep, gray. Mine's starting to get gray now too.
Yeah. So I'm basically mainly Scottish and Irish.
Yep, which is that's a lot of the Vikings took over that area. So that would explain the red hair. That's where red hair comes from.
Yeah, I think I have 90% between those two nationalities, and maybe I would say even less than 10% is other stuff. but you know, maybe a little bit of Pennsylvania Dutch, a little bit of whatever, but it's mainly Scottish and Irish.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get a haircut for my live tomorrow. I'll get on there looking like you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All
Well,
clean
I can
cut.
thank Jess for my haircut. She did it yesterday.
Oh, pretty good fade for doing it at the house.
Yeah. There you go. Did you hear that, hon? They said pretty good fade for doing it at the house.
I would never imagine. I thought you got it professionally done.
No, it's a 4-3. We were gonna do the mohawk, but she wouldn't feel confident enough without, like, normally what happens is I'll go get the mohawk professionally done.
Yep.
So I'll go somewhere and they'll have someone actually do the first cut professionally, and then what she'll do is she'll go back in and pull the mohawk over and cut up to it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to maintain it. But she didn't feel comfortable, like, literally starting the mohawk from scratch.
yeah.
I think my hair's long enough. I think I'm gonna do something stupid and go get like a mullet mohawk.
There you go.
That'd be kind of cool.
My kid's got a rat tail at the moment, so.
Hmm.
Well, he has a mohawk into a rat tail. Just not my style of mohawk. It gets thinner the higher you go. Duke Canning foaming cream for my beard.
Nick's track shock stopping in. Hey, Nick.
He was in here earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back.
Oh. Now, what does the Duke Cannon foaming cream do? I mean, there's a reason why I use the beard oil or the beard balm, and it's more of to keep the hairs moist and keep them manageable. It's not it doesn't it. The beard balm kind of helps a little bit with keeping, you know, with straightening it and making it look maintained, and it gives it a little bit of a shine. Oh no, I wouldn't want that. No, sorry, I don't want a stiff beard.
Sticky.
Well, the beard balm can make it a little like greasy, sticky a little bit, but it's not stiff. You know what I mean? It is like beard balm when it's at room temperature is a solid, kind of like butter. But what you do is you put a little bit of it in the palm of your hand and you rub it together until it melts, and then you work it through your beard. You know, so obviously once it comes back up to room temperature again, it's going to be a little bit solid, but it's not stiff.
Pilot.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I'd like that.
You know,
When bald guys wash their face, how do they know where to stop?
That's just it. You don't.
Face wash turns into a whole body wash.
Face wash just turns into getting in the shower.
Right?
I thought you said Robert's Garage was above me in points, sir.
Not in points. He is. If you look down below.
I see what you're saying.
His name has been proudly being displayed there in your spot.
I need to unsubscribe and then subscribe again.
Right? Except for I'm going to nix that and keep it up. Going to make it so that's not such a bonus.
Mm.
I only made it a bonus for the NOVAtazz cache, but that ties the same in with the stream boss.
Mm.
I made it a bonus that way. If you subscribe to the channel during the live stream, you get a little bit of a kick in NOVAtazz, so you can play around with the little games and stuff. Nobody has said anything. Hey, number one, I've been almost out of beer, but nobody has said anything. We missed the 10 o'clock rollover, and now it's going on the 11 o'clock, and nobody has told me, reminded me that, hey, it's 10 o'clock.
Oops.
It is 10 o'clock.
Actually, no, it's 11.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And then technically it's still 10. It's just 10:51.
But it's up to you guys to remind me on the hour to give out some Nova cash, because it doesn't benefit me at all. Ahoy, Captain Firebird Nation.
Mhm.
See, where is everybody at, by the way?
Jesse says he's here just playing a game. Okay.
Well, welcome aboard. Jesse, what are you playing?
Fortnite.
Ugh.
Oh,
But
come
my
on.
props to the people that play that game, though, because I have a hard enough time fighting, let alone fighting and building at the same damn time.
I'm not very good at building on there, but while everybody's trying to build, I'll kill them. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah. Well, that's just because they were too busy building and not fighting.
Some of the people can build, like they'll build
as they
a
fight.
building
It's just
by
like
the time you
I
get a
watch
shot
people
off.
play that game, and I'm just like, how? How can you pay attention? I mean, we have me and Big E. We play War Thunder, and still some of the like Big E can be sitting there like looking all over the freaking place while driving and shoot, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to find people to point my gun at and hit the fire button, let alone everything else that he's doing.
I haven't been playing any games. I've been, man, I'm telling you, I've been busy. I like it though. It's good money. Whenever I do slow down, I'll go back to playing some games.
Yeah, me and Biggie were playing War Thunder. We're playing 7 Days to Die. There's a mod for it called Darkness Falls. We've been playing that. I played that one with Jess and Biggie. I just downloaded City Skylines.
Yeah, I play that on the Xbox.
It is the Xbox Game Pass version, but it's the one for Windows 10. So I play it on my computer.
You could the one I got, you could play on both Xbox or Xbox. You can play together.
I only got it on there because I wanted to see how it played, and then if I like it enough, I'm just gonna go buy the full PC version because you can mod the crap out of the PC version and put all kinds of stuff in it.
There's so much stuff to do. I think you'll probably play for at least 3 months before you try to do any mod.
Well, the thing is I know
hanging from the
fact that I
lanyards.
watch other people play it on YouTube a lot. I watch City Planner plays. I watch Biffa. There's some other channels that play that game, and I know that there's mods out there to better handle the traffic and stuff like that. Because I know that the stock traffic in the game is pretty derpy. Especially if you play
with it. But what you'll do is you'll grow your city and you'll have regular streets. But the more money you get to upgrade your road. So you go from a single lane to a double lane to freeway.
The paths that they choose to take places sometimes is not always the smartest. The AI.
Right. That's why you have to choose the paths for them and stuff. Right. Even your bus routes and everything.
But like I said, there's mods.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much stuff to do. I'm sure the mods will help. But.
Yeah. But knowing that those mods are out there and I don't have to deal with a derpy stock AI that could definitely use some tweaking, and knowing that there's mods out there that have a smarter AI about that stuff. Just like we don't play 7 Days to Die vanilla anymore. We play the Darkness Falls mod. Stronger zombies, more of a storyline.
My computer just couldn't keep up. Maybe when I get a new laptop, I'll try it again since I own the game. But
yeah,
I bought the game for me and my son. It was $7. So
you got that shit on a good deal then.
Yeah, that day it was on sale. I bought both. I bought it, one for him, one for me.
Yeah, we play that game. Biggie can test this. We play that game max settings on my computer, and it doesn't even break a sweat.
I like playing GTA and getting on there and customizing cars, but I just haven't had time. Well, I used to get on there all the time.
I don't play SimCity. I don't play the GTA anymore because I just can't make enough money in that game to do anything.
Well, the flying cars and motorcycles and stuff sure hurt the game, I think. I mean, it's cool when you're doing it, but when you're just trying to have like I'll get on there with a bunch of friends and we'll do a car show, and then somebody will come in and blow all your cars up.
Yeah.
I was like, then you got to kick them. And I mean, you can get in there and do
we used to play private.
Invite only.
Yeah.
Private invite only.
Biggie.
When you're doing a car show, you're inviting a bunch of people.
Right.
And everybody's supposed to be clean, but then you get in there and somebody blows up all the cars, you got to kick them out.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying. I mean, but it's all fun. We get 30, 40 people in there showing off their cars. We'll do trucks. We'll do off-road trucks, and go through the mud and all that. It's pretty cool. Cars, whatever.
The Game Pass is actually, if you get the Ultimate Game Pass and you have a decent computer, it's definitely worth it. To be able to play your Xbox either downstairs on your Xbox or up on your computer, and the list of titles is just insane that you can play. And if you, like I said, you have a decent computer, I find myself playing up here on the computer more than I play it on the Xbox. I just bring my controller up.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I haven't played Forza 7, and I don't really like the Forza Horizon series. I mean, they're fun, not necessarily my cup of tea. I've always liked the original Forza series, but Forza 7 got to the point to where the open lobbies were such a pain to play in because of the trolls and the people that dive bomb the corners and all of that stuff, and the fact that you can't easily kick the bad players out, but yet the bad players could find a way to end up kicking you out of a freaking perfectly legit game.
Right.
It got annoying. Forza 4 was definitely the best one. I think both Biggie and Biggie will definitely agree with that. If they could go back to Forza 4's the original Forza 4, at least the way that they did it, and update it to today's engines and stuff. But their lobby system in Forza 4 was awesome. I liked the way that the cars worked in that game.
Yeah, the way the cars interacted with each other. They didn't have this stupid stuff where, you're going like 1 mile an hour faster than someone and you bump the rear bumper, and it's like you hit them going 30 miles an hour faster, and now your car's all fucked up. Like, why?
Damn.
You could actually bump draft. You could touch somebody without having to worry about being flung across the map.
There used to be a game on PlayStation 2 that it's like drag racing and even regular racing, but
NHRA had an actual licensed game for.
Well, this one was, I forgot what it's called, and they made 2 of them. But you could race for pinks.
Yeah.
Like if you lost your car.
Juiced?
Or if you won, you got an extra car. It is juiced. Yep, that's what it was. They should come out with that again. That was sweet.
I don't know. I liked the old school Forza. Like I said, the cars were well balanced. You didn't nerf cars just because they were like, you just maybe got put up into a
They didn't stop you from using cars that you paid your own money to get in DLCs.
Right. If you bought a DLC car, you could use it in a lobby.
Yeah, whether it be, a little sports car or a jacked up freaking Ford Raptor. I mean, that was kind of annoying, but
especially when you go out and buy a vehicle and then you can only use it in your own, private matches.
Yeah.
But again, it's the bad seeds, it's the bad players, and it's the fact that instead of them taking care of the bad seeds, they just umbrella fixed it. OG PlayStation racing game, can't remember the name. OG PlayStation, you're talking Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
That was the only...
Like this.
Yes. That was the only simulation racing game that was worth anything until Forza came out. No, I lie. They had... you and another moderator handled that. We both got it at the same time. They had... there was another game. I think it was called Sega GT. It was on the Xbox, and it came out before Forza, and it had the Ford GT on the front cover. And that one was really freaking cool because it actually had a mechanic in it for parts wear. So if you bought a used part, it would wear out faster. If you bought a newer part or a racing part, it would last. The racing part might give you a little bit better performance, but it might have worn out a little quicker. Versus a stock part would last longer, but wouldn't give you as good performance. It had a whole system to where you couldn't just farm races. Races would have a cost. So if you didn't place very well, you would end up losing money. And sometimes you could lose more money than you gained. You would end up costing more. Your car would cost you more money than you won in the race. Yeah. Which was really cool. I loved it. But I haven't seen a game come out with anything like that except for some of the rally games since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Dirt Rally did it. Dirt Rally 2 still does it. But Dirt Rally was no, wait, it wasn't Dirt Rally. Dirt 4 it was.
Because that's one of the things
you can upgrade your parts.
Yeah. One of the things I have with freaking Forza 7 is once you get above a certain point, money's nothing. It just sits there and collects until you want to buy a bunch more cars, and I've never really run out of money since, geez, I don't know how long ago. It just sits there because it doesn't
I remember in Forza 4 days. The Forza 4 days,
make more drag racing
billions.
games. There's not very many drag racing games out there.
There's not. Forza, like the older
has
Forza
a pretty
games,
good drag racing system in it.
Yeah,
they don't take entire wrap and all of that stuff effectively like an actual dedicated drag racing game.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do.
They don't take into effect engine tweaks, because I know some of the NHR games from the past, literally you could play with like the CCs and the cylinder head and stuff like that, and so that way you're just because you're lining up against another Mustang, even if you have maxed out parts, the way that you have set those parts up might be different and would determine
for the way that you race.
Yeah,
right. Could determine who's going to win. It's not going to be just just a shift game.
Forza is also the same game that has like Daytona and tracks like that, but you can only adjust the front and the rear separately, not the left and the right.
Yeah, and you can't.
So you want to take this car around Daytona at like 200 miles an hour? Well, you better jack up those spring rates and those sway bar stiffnesses, because that's the only way you're going to get it to take the corner without bottoming out on the right hand side all the way around the track.
Right.
Yeah.
That you can't adjust wedge, so you can't throw that weight down into the front corner of the nose. They don't give you the settings that you need to.
Even with like the NASCAR DLC, like it basically all it did is added 3 cars, and it wasn't even 3 cars. It was just 2. There was only Fords and Chevys.
And then you got the couple new tracks.
Oh wait, there was the Toyota Camry too.
Oh yeah,
but. And they're just everything is just a modification, just different design on it.
Yeah, and literally, like all the cars were the same except for the body.
If they added like the nationwide cars and the truck series trucks and shit like that, that would have been like the dopest thing ever. But they didn't.
Yeah, along with being able to change the suspension the way that those cars actually change. And I'm sorry, but even your regular cars, to be able to adjust each suspension point independently would be awesome. Left to right, front to back.
Maybe that's coming in the new one.
Maybe. We'll see. I'm waiting. I'm desperately waiting, and I'm hoping they
like Project Cars, the original one, you could do that way back then.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, you could have just camber even, like, oh, you want positive camber on this side and negative on that side? Go right the fuck ahead.
Yeah. Even if it doesn't make sense. The other thing is I hope they get the online racing right. And they bring back the freaking weather correctly.
Yeah.
Because when Forza 7 first launched, they literally had rain and puddles would develop on the track and all kinds of stuff like that. And now, whenever it says the event is going to be rained, you get some fog.
Yeah.
And it's not even fog that really hinders what you're driving. It's not even like you can't. It's just the stands you not be able to see the stands.
Yeah.
Like, you still can see perfectly fine on the track, which is, give me something that makes the racing actually challenging.
If they don't have, like, like, I want to see, like, some real shit in this next one. I want to see, like, different kinds of tires. Like, I want, like, not just sports, like, stock sports, stock street sport and race tires. I want, like, different kinds of race tire. I want, like, hard racing tires, soft racing tires, rain racing tires. I want, well, I don't want to say I want, but
it is you want.
I want change.
Yeah. If it's a racing sim, give us a racing sim.
Yeah, don't give us this, the same formula you've been using for every single Forza since the first one.
Yeah.
It's worked up to now.
Messing it up. They just mess it up more and more every year.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, and Gran Turismo isn't much different. Gran Turismo started out having an actual sound file unique to every car. That was one of their selling points, was they actually literally recorded every single car that's in the game, their complete sound profile. And now, from what I've, granted this is secondhand information because I haven't played it since Gran Turismo 5, or is it 4? What was the last one?
5. The last one you played was 4, unless you had a PlayStation 3.
No, so yeah, the last one I played was 4. And from what I've seen now is that they don't. They all kind of sound the same.
No, I've played Gran Turismo Sport, and the sounds they're really nice actually now.
Okay, so maybe they fixed it.
If you go and just watch some footage of it, it's a lot better sounding than it used to be.
And I wish that the car manufacturers would license cars to more than one game too.
Yeah,
because that's how we ended up with the Rough series because Porsche wasn't able to license to. Was it Gran Turismo, or was it?
No, it was EA.
EA had Porsche.
Yeah, EA had Porsche. That's why for Forza Motorsports 4, it was a DLC pack afterwards.
Okay. And Gran Turismo had the Rough.
Yeah, Gran Turismo had the Rough. I actually, I think it's supposed to be pronounced Roof.
Okay, yeah, but they were
because
Porsches.
It's German.
Yeah, they were Porsches.
Yeah, they're modified Porsches. Actually, Roof is the only company that they can make Porsches. They can it's not a modified Porsche. They're making their own car with its own VIN.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they got special permissions. Porsche gave them admin privileges, pretty much.
I hate to call this a episode, but we seem to be dwindling down in views. We're down to 6 views, and it's getting late. So we will come back at you guys next week, same place, same time, and guys have a good week. Hopefully, I have some actually automotive progress between now and next week.
Yeah, so you get your truck parts. So
yes,
hopefully
they're actually sitting right here. I have the one in front of me. That is the front axle to transfer case harness, vacuum harness, and then the one sitting over there is the one that runs from the engine down the top of the transmission to the transfer case. So all new lines. Won't have to hopefully worry about them being brittle and breaking while off-roading, because I plan on playing with this truck.
That's good.
And that's the fun part of having
that is not your everyday driver.
Well, that would technically be my everyday driver, because technically the other cars aren't mine.
It's a jack of all trades is what that truck's going to be.
The truck was supposed to be my everyday driver.
And it's been sitting for what, 2-3 years?
More than that. You're looking at 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, and well, between COVID and everything else, and money, and me getting tired of freaking trying to figure out why the hell the transmission wasn't working, even though I kept rebuilding it. And
the thing's been parting together more times than.
Well, it turned out to be something that wasn't included in the rebuild kits.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was. I think it ended up being a stuck valve.
But
well, it's good with you guys, and I'm glad you had me on the show again tonight.
You are welcome here every week, and you know that.
Hopefully, everybody will come and check me out tomorrow night on my channel.
There tomorrow. Yes. By the way, if you don't know, and for those of you guys that are still in here, Stuff with Cletus tomorrow at what time?
7 p.m. Central, so it's 8 p.m. your time.
8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Western, or whatever they call it over there.
No, it'd be 6 Mountains, 5 Eastern.
6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
And it is Stuff with Cletus. Just literally
Old car guy.
You can copy his...
And Dream Auto Sales. That's who they're 2 going to be on there tomorrow.
Old car guy. Jason, who has been a friend of this channel for a very long time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having a good conversation with him.
Yeah. So. And I'm on your channel May 18th?
Yes, you and Roy Marcos.
Yes. Hopefully I have a little bit of model progress before then.
Well, hopefully so, because that's what we're going to talk about is of course, automotive projects, because y'all both do that, but then also model cars, because y'all both do that.
So. Yeah. At this point, it's getting modeling supplies, like paints and stuff like that.
You still got a little time.
And that's something, it takes a lot to get back into it.
For sure.
I mean, geez, when I was a kid, get yourself a basic 10 color tester set and some freaking that goopy freaking glue, and you were good to go. They don't even really use the goopy glue anymore. I don't see any modeler that I've ever seen that even uses the tester's goopy glue.
Yeah, just regular old testers that doesn't.
I don't even see people use it. I have not seen a single car channel. Mm-hmm.
They use super glue or something.
No, they use the Tamiya thin cement or a variation of that.
I just use testers myself.
Right. Well, they don't like that was what I was when I was a kid, and now they don't even like every single channel that I follow. None of them use that stuff. They use super glue and they use the thin model cement or the Tamiya has a thicker one too. But
Maybe
there's
they know
also other
something, I don't know.
brands that offer that similar type of product that they use as well. But it's basically the same stuff. It's a wicking glue, so it's a real thin glue that you can actually put the whole part together, and then you just run this glue across the seam. So like you don't even have to get it in. Like with the tester stuff, you had to make sure that it stayed in there because if it squeezed out anywhere, it would destroy whatever it was. This stuff, you just brush it on the outside, and capillary action sucks it in and welds it within seconds. It chemically welds it within seconds.
Cool.
So I mean, that's what people are using. So I mean, I have a different brand. I don't have the Tamiya stuff yet because all I have around me are Hobby Lobbies, and they don't carry the Tamiya stuff.
You have to get on Amazon, I guess.
Huh?
So I guess you have to get on Amazon.
Yeah, and I always forget to write down a complete list of everything that I want to look for. And unlike when you're shopping in a store where they have everything out and you can say, "Oh, I need this, I need this, and I need this."
Yeah, you start looking.
When you're on a website page, you would literally have to look for exactly what you want because it's not like looking at a shelf store.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, I don't know. It's a matter of getting the stuff that I want, and I know I want to airbrush, so there's tracking down either a used airbrush or.
Well, I think on Amazon an airbrush kit's like $25. Yeah, I don't know how good it is.
No, I mean they're good for primer. But if you're trying to lay any kind of detail down, forget it.
No. Oh yeah, primer you'd sand anyway.
Yeah, and so I mean, like I've done research. It's just like anything else. When you look at tools, if you see like a cheap tool, you go look for it, see if anybody else has had any issues with it. And I mean, I have no problems if it. I can pick up the cheap Harbor Freight airbrush that they have with the siphon feed paint pods. And it'll do great for primers and stuff like that. It'll be a good first gun, but you're still looking, even with that being $20. You're still looking at an air compressor that's anywhere from $60 to $100.
Yeah.
And at that point you might as well just get the decent one with an air compressor, and then you're not really spending that much more at that point. Spend an extra $40 on top of that $20 airbrush to get yourself a decent one. But that's a down the road thing. So, but I mean, even just getting your stockpile of paints up. Looking to use acrylic paints, and if you want a decent selection of colors, even if they're only $1, which they're not, they're like $3 and $4 for a paint pot. You're looking at a good chunk of change to get a decent amount of colors.
Yeah.
So, and I don't plan on just making cars. So. But anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Otherwise, we're going to end up on a whole nother tangent, and we're just going to be here even longer.
Yeah, that happens.
So we can chit chat next week, and see you guys later.
Take it easy, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody.